Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Fityan Srada. Today, I will explain about what I learned and 5 topics about the curriculum. Number 1, I will explain about the background of the birth of 1975 curriculum. Curriculum 1975 is a substitute to previous curriculum that is a curriculum 1978, where the previous curriculum had not considered things that matter a factor of government distraction in terms of national development. For consideration, the year curriculum is formed in 1975 as an effort to realize development of below new order government with a program Pelita and Repelita. For replacing curriculum 1978, the background was influence of the concept in field of management of national development, namely MBO or management by objective, which was famous at that time. The birth of 1975 curriculum as a result of many changes that occurred, especially since 1969. Many factors influence government program and politics which result in this reform. This curriculum generally aims at enhancing or improving the quality of the Indonesian national education. Especially, this curriculum was objective-oriented in a sense, and the teacher need to know the student objective in learning a certain item of knowledge, science, or skills. Integrated approach was adopted and structuralism philosophy was foundation of the curriculum. It was influenced by behavioral psychology that emphasized the stimulus or response and training or drill. However, the 1975 curriculum is the curriculum that is centralized or made by a central government, and school only implement it. Number 2 is the 1994 curriculum, English curriculum. The 1994 English curriculum of secondary school and the post implication to the teaching English in Indonesia. The Department of English Education that revised in 1984 curriculum with a new curriculum, named the revision meaning-based communicative curriculum in 1994. The main feature of 1994 English curriculum including the realization of the communicative approach to communicative syllabus and the syllabus format. The 1994 English curriculum of secondary school in Indonesia was development based on a thematic approach which aimed to provide students with ability to communicate in English in various contexts. In 1994, curriculum format was designed to allow the teacher to be creative in developing their instructional material and teaching strategies in the classroom. Number 3, I will explain about 2004 curriculum, Indonesian curriculum. The 2004 Indonesia curriculum with focus on communicative approach aim to equip students with a practical English language skill for real life. This approach encourages interactive learning, cultural awareness, and self-assessment methods. It empowers it empowers students to confidently use English in everyday situations, fostering a global perspective. Although the challenge, like a teacher training and the resource the curriculum goal was to provide students with engaged and relevant English education, preparing themselves for effective communication in a globalized world. Number four, I will explain about the 2006 National Curriculum, or as known as KTSP. The 2006 National Curriculum is the curriculum framework introduced in Indonesia. It provides a clear structure and elements for a teacher to design their lesson plans. The curriculum materials are generic, allowing instruction to adapt them for each student, regardless of their level. The 2006 National Curriculum includes clear expectation of what each learner is expected to know and be able to do, and how it will measure KTSP is a operational education curriculum prepared and implemented in each education unit in Indonesia. KTSP is juridically maintained by the Act or Undang-Undang Nomor 20 in 2003 about the national education system and government regulation of Republic of Indonesia Number 90 in 2005 concerning national education standard. The preparation of KTSP by school began in 2000 or 2008 academic year with a reference to the context standard or SE and graduate competency standard of SKL for primary and secondary education as is issued to the Minister of National Education. Regulation number 2022 in 2006 and number 23 in 2006 recently, as well as KTSP development witness issued by National Education Standard Agency BSNP. The 2006 curriculum, also known as KTSP curriculum, KTSP or Kurikulum Tingkat Satuan Pendidikan, if the CBC is prepared by a central government, then KTSP is prepared by the educational level of each unit. In this case, the school is concerned to still referring to the national guidelines. The guidelines for developing curriculum is prepared by the independent agency, so-called the National Education Standard Agency atau BSNP. Development Education Unit Level Curriculum or KTSP refers to various national education standards to ensure the achievement of national education goals. Number 5 is I will explain about 2000 and Third, number 5, I will explain about Curriculum 2013. Curriculum 2013 is a set of plans that outlines what students shall be taught in Indonesia. It was introduced in 2013 and has been in operation since then. The objective of the Curriculum 2013 is to create productive, creative, and innovative individuals, strengthen effective attitudes, skills, and integrated knowledge, develop mindset, curriculum management, and learning process, and also balancing study needs and learning outcome. The Curriculum 2013 focus on 4 aspects: spiritual, attitudes, knowledge, and skills. It based on a specific approach which is a primarily pedagogical strategy for all subjects, including mathematics and English. Difference between Indonesia English textbook KTSP and Curriculum 13 atau K13 is number 1, focus and approach. KTSP primarily focus on developing the 4 language skills like speaking, listening, reading, and writing, the transactional and impersonal dialogue. In K13 emphasize real communication needs and integrates language skill into practical context, considering needs of effective communication. Number 2, by context and structure. In KTSP, organized into a unit that covers specific language function and skills such as greetings, information exchange, expressing likes or dislikes, and descriptive language. In the K13, organized into a chapter that focus on broader themes like personal identity, daily routines, time, the environment, and the cultural pride. Number 3 is competency development. In KTSP, emphasize the development of language skill and competencies with a focus on transactional and interpersonal dialogue. In KTSP, aims to develop competency aligns with real-world communication needs, encouraging students to actively participate in class to interactive exercise. Number 4 is assessment approach. KTSP evaluation might not precisely align with competency-based assessment, and there may be room to varied interpretation in learning outcome. KTSP K13 encourage competency-based assessment both in term, process, and result, fostering on more holistic evaluation approach. Number 5, by student participation. KTSP involve tasks that often require students to repeat the teacher word and answer questions, possibly leading to more passive learning experience. K13 encourage more active participation through the interactive exercise and fewer tasks, promoting more engaging learning environment. Number 6 is global relevance. KTSP might not be sensitive and responsive to global and local social change. in the K13 show the awareness and responsiveness to social change at the local, national, and global levels. So, while both curricula aim to develop English language skill, K13 appeared a more modern and dynamic approach, emphasizing real-world communication needs, interactive learning, competency-based assessment, and the competency-based assessment. It strives to balance global relevance with a local context, promoting the more complete development of students in terms of skill, attitude, and knowledge. In this section, I will choose 3 of the questions and explain the answer. I choose E, F, and G. Number E is, the question is, explain curriculum 1975, 1988, and 1994, and how they are similar and different from each other among those curricula. Which one the best? Curriculum 1975, 1984, and 1994 are 3 different educational curricula in Indonesia, each with their own focus and implementation. Curriculum 1975 is curriculum was first one developed based on process and procedure according to the curriculum development theory. It was emphasized the importance of 1945 value for the next generation and was inspired by the Pancasila morality. However, it only lasts 9 years and was later replaced by the 1984 curriculum. Curriculum 1984 introduced to revive the 1975 curriculum, which was considered no longer compatible with needs of communicates and the demands of science and technology. It applied a structural approach similar to the 1975 curriculum, with some revision. After that is curriculum 1994. This curriculum was established as a completion with the 1984 curriculum with the Education Law number 2 in 1989. It applied a meaningful based approach like communicative approach and changed the learning system for the semester to quarter system. As the best curriculum, it depends on specific needs and context of time. Each curriculum has its own strengths and weakness, and the most effective one may vary depending on the situation and the goals of the education system. Question number 2 is, in the period of 1918 question number 2 is, in the period of 1980 up to non-communicative language teaching or CLT has been claimed to be used in teaching English in Indonesia. Why can CLT stand for long period of times? How has CLT developed since then? The answer is regarding in development of communicative language teaching or CLT in Indonesia since the 1918s. CLT has been able to stand for a long time due to its focus on particularly relevance and engagement in a real-life situation. CLT has evolved over time, adapting to the changing needs of the society and the growth of technology. Question number 3 is compare curriculum 2008, compare curriculum 2006 and curriculum 2013. Analyze the two curricula and identify similarities and difference between the two curricula. And explain why curriculum 2006 was replaced by curriculum 2013. Curriculum 2006 and Curriculum 2013 are two recent educational curricula in Indonesia, with the latter replacing the former. The following is a comparison of two curricula focused on their similarities and difference. Number 1 is similarities. Both curricula are designed to guide the development of education in Indonesia, ensuring that students receive the relevant comprehensive education. Number 2 is both curricula emphasize an importance of Pancasila and the 1945 Constitution as the foundation of education in Indonesia. Number 3 is both curricula to improve the quality of education and address the needs of the changing society. After that is difference. The difference is number 1 is the content. Curriculum 2013 introduced revision to content standard focusing on making the curriculum more relevant and needs of society and the demand of technology. Number 2 is competency-based learning. Curriculum 2013 emphasized competency-based learning with focus of developing specific skill and knowledge that students need to succeed in their lives and career. Number 3 is the implementation. Curriculum 2013 has been implemented more recently and has undergone several revisions since its education, whereas Curriculum 2006 has been in the place for a longer period. The replacement of Curriculum 2006 by Curriculum 2013 can be attributed to the evolving needs of society and the growth of technology. The 2013 curriculum addressed this change more effectively than the 2006 curriculum, making it more relevant and effective guide for the development of education in Indonesia. Additionally, the 2013 curriculum has undergone several revisions since the introduction, indicating a complement to continuous improvement and adaptation the changing education landscape. That's all for me. Thank you.